Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get into this new moon in Leo. Okay, how are y'all feeling? Happy Sunday. I really love when a new moon or a full moon falls on a Sunday. I feel like that's the perfect time to set us down and really take in what this transit means. Okay, so we're going to do just that. I hope y'all can hear me well on here. Your girl got her microphone, so hope y'all can hear me. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So, y'all, it's the new moon in Leo. It's time to pivot. It's time to pivot. It's time to tap into your creativity and understand that your creativity is your currency. Okay, like really buckle down and understand that your creativity is your currency, baby. The way we are transitioning into a new time, and I haven't talked about this yet on my channel, but come post 2027, you're really gonna want to know the ways of making money is not going to be the ways we're used to making money. Okay, you're going to really want to tap into your creativity because your creativity, baby, is your currency. Period. Okay, so with our new moon, this new moon is in Leo. So it's a new moon means new cycles. It's all about being yourself completely and showing up authentically. How are you showing up? How are you dimming your light because maybe you don't want you're shy, right? Maybe you're shy. Maybe you don't necessarily feel as comfortable as with showing up as your authentic selves. And that can be one of the reasons why you're having trouble finding your tribe. Like, really give people an opportunity to really support the real you by showing who you are. Right? This is the time to really allow your authenticity to show up and to shine and show the star that you are. Okay, and this is very, very, very important because with this new moon in Leo, and Leo is all about your creativity. Leo is all about having fun, all about showing up as your true self, and just showing that you are the star that you are. Period. Like we're no longer playing small, y'all. We're over that. Okay. And if y'all hear my AC in the back, child, it's hot as hell, literally. So you guys, it has to be on. But I'm looking at my notes here, but it's about stop making the decision for them, for this tribe, that this community that you're yearning for. And you're probably wondering, where is my community? Why can I not find my community? Why am I seeing everybody else show up and they're able to reach their community? And you're someone who may not, you're someone who may be struggling to find your community. It's because you got to make sure you're really showing up authentically. Stop making the decision for your audience of if they're going to support you or not. Stop picking and choosing how you're going to show up. Or I'm not going to show up for this because they don't understand. They may not connect with me. Hey y'all, everybody that's coming in. Um, Stop making the decision for them. Let me know if y'all can hear me good because I have my new microphone on, y'all. So I'm trying to do a little something, something. But you may be a person that may be struggling to find your community and trying to figure out um, if people really resonate with me. Is this something that is exciting for them? Okay, you can't hear. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Can you hear me now? Okay. But I'm like, let me know. But you may be someone who's struggling to find your community to really decide to figure out um I'm just not seeing it. And very much on social media, we can easily get distracted by what's going on for other people, right? And what they have going on. And we're seeing them shine. We're seeing them connect with their community. And maybe it's because they're showing up authentically. Maybe it's because they're not saying, you know what, they're not going to understand if I talk about this. So I'm not going to. And that may be the reason why you are struggling to find your community and connect with them. And so with this new moon in Leo, is really about giving yourself the opportunity to show up as you, show up as who you really are, show up as the star that you are, because you know that you're a star. You know that you're a star. You know you're that one. And so this is the time to really allow people to connect with that. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, that's when you inspire others to do the same. And this is what it's about, y'all. It's about community. It's about leaning in on each other and supporting each other and uplifting each other. Most importantly, inspiring others to show up as their authentic self as well. Okay, so that's why it's super important to show up as your authenticity. And a lot of times we're looking around to see, okay, what's the secret sauce? What's the thing to, and people want to go viral because they want to connect with their community. They want to find their tribe, right? But it's more so about understanding that the secret sauce isn't, this is 10 ways to do this. This is 5 ways. This is ways to go big in 30 days. The secret sauce really is authenticity. The secret sauce is really authenticity and showing up and saying, you know what? My secret sauce is your secret sauce. Y'all ever seen that movie Good Burger? And you see how they had a secret sauce to make their burger, right? That necessarily someone couldn't necessarily um just take their sauce without them understanding it. You get what I'm saying? So this is why it's extremely important to just understand that you are enough. Period. There's nothing else to go. You simply are enough. Period. And long as you understand that, and long as you honor that, y'all, because here's the thing with authenticity, it's about when you show up authentic, you're telling yourself that I am enough, and you're honoring that. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, And if it's not resonating, or if it's also not, you're not, because we're going to speak a different language over here. You understand what I'm saying? And so if it's not for you, let it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if it's not for you, move along. This is why it's extremely important, as you see, to show up as your authentic self, because when you say these things, you're able to really see who's for you and who's not for you. You get what I'm saying? Um, and that's what it's really about. That's what it's really about. Understanding who's really for you and who's not for you. Because a lot of times we're trying to make people be our people. We're trying to make people be a part of our tribe. And that's not what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to make people be our tribe. They're not our people, they're not our people. And you'll know who's your people when you don't have to over explain. Those who are confused, they're confused for a reason. Let them be. Let them be over there confused and trying to figure out what we're discussing, or what's the language that's being interpreted. Let them be confused. Those are not your people. Because I promise you, people who's really your people, you won't have to over explain. That's one. That's one. So understand that you are special and you have something special to give to the world. Period. Right? You are the chosen one. You're the chosen one because you're here right now. You're clearly the chosen one because you're here right now. Period. That's it. Okay. So when you hear me say that your creativity is your currency, follow the things that light you up. Follow the things that make you curious. Stop worrying about if it's going to make you money. Okay. Like, stop worrying about if it's going to make you money and start focusing on if it makes you feel good. Does it make you feel good? You get what I'm saying? Does it make you feel good? That's what's very important. That's what's very important. You get what I'm saying? That's what's very important. And we have to make sure that we understand those things matter. Okay? Those things matter. Those things matter, y'all. And I know it's very hard because we're not really in a space where it's like it just sounds unrealistic. Like, what do you mean follow the things that makes me excited? Follow the things that make me want to share them with the world. But that's where we're moving into, where your creativity is going to be your currency. If you're not creative, and I'm not talking about arts and crafts. Arts and crafts isn't about. That's not what we're talking about when we talk about creativity. You get what I'm saying? That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about seriously understanding what excites you and knowing how to tap into that energy, knowing how to show up as your authentic self and say, you know what? I love doing these things. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So think about that. Like, are you even excited about the things that you're doing? Like, does it light you up, or you just going through the motions? You're just doing it because someone said, "Hey, this is going to make you some money. This work for this means, and then I'll do it for you." It's a lot of you need to spend time with yourself as well. Spend time with yourself to really figure out is what's creative. What does creativity mean to you? How can you creatively express yourself? Because that's all creativity is self-expression. That's all it is. So really figure out what that means for you. Sit with yourself. A lot of you don't know what excites you, and that's fine. But give yourself the space to be still, to allow that clarity to come to you. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what's important. And especially during this time, if you're a manifesting generator in human design or generator, you need to allow life to come to you. Let it come to you. This is why it's important to be still. When you're still, you allow when you're still, you allow that clarity to come to you. When you take a step back, you're allowing that clarity to come to you. A lot of you are trying to figure out what excites you and trying to figure out how to be creative again and how to relight that fire while still doing the things that is draining you or frustrating you. If you're a manifesting generator in human design or a generator and you're frustrated, you're doing something that frustrates you. That's the number one sign that you shouldn't be doing that anymore. That's no longer lighting you up. That's doing the opposite. That's what that means. That's the number one way to say, that's the number one indicator that it's time for me to pivot. It's time for me to move around. One thing about me, y'all, I'm a manifesting generator. One thing about me, baby, I'm going to switch some shit up. I'm not going to keep doing something because the collective or this person told me that this works. For example, I was doing marketing. I don't know if some of y'all know that, but like I was doing social media management for a while, for about a year. And that shit no longer lighting me up. It no longer, it just no longer lit me up. And you have to be honest with yourself about these things. Like, does this shit make me happy? Does this shit make me want to, can't wait to wake up and work on it? Or does it make me be like, oh, God, I got to create content again today for this? Okay. It just takes a honest conversation with yourself to really decide what it is that you want to do. We're not going to sugarcoat shit over here. We're going to get to the point so that we can get to where we're trying to get to way faster. Because the longer that you delay having that conversation with yourself, the longer you delay getting to the next fucking point. We ain't got all day. Mm-mm. We don't have all day, right? So with this, use this energy of the new moon being in Leo to invest in the things that you're passionate about, and stop worrying about, are they gonna like it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Does it excite you? That's what we want to talk about. That's what we want to focus on. That feeling. It's a feeling that you get because that feeling energizes you. That's what excitement will do to you. You thought you were tired until you found a whole new thing on whatever it is you like. And now all of a sudden you ain't tired. You get what I'm saying? So use those things that excite you and pay attention to that. I don't give a damn if you found a new book. Y'all, I love to read books. I'm a novel girl. I got a whole book community, but I love to read books. And when I find a new book that lights me up, I'm so fucking excited and I can stay up all night reading it. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to pay attention to. And that will help you unlock where your creativity is. And you will find new ways to create content around it if that's something you want to do. I always tell people it's not the what that's oversaturated, it's the how. Because creativity is all about self expression. How are you expressing your excitement for what it is that you do? You get what I'm saying? So it's not the what. So let's use makeup, for example. If you're a woman, you love makeup or whatever, you don't, it's not the what. Makeup isn't going anywhere. There's always going to be people that want to do makeup, yada, yada, yada. But it's the how that you're doing it. Are you doing chit chat, get ready with me's? Are you doing it 5 minutes to get ready with me? Whatever. Find a creative way that's true to you to express that. And you may see other ways that people are doing it as well. You may be like, oh, I want to do that. But just make sure it's authentically to you. This is why I always tell people to get into their human design and know their human design, because that's going to help you. That's going to help it click for you. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going to help it click for you to understand, like, oh, okay, this is the shit I got to do to get to what really lights me up. This is how I get to the shit that people say, oh, I can do this without being paid. See, we think that don't exist. We think that's in a fairy land, right? We think that's in a fantasy. What? You could do this? Bitch, you could do this without getting paid. Hold on now. Because they're truly doing what they love. And the thing about it, you never will really do it without getting paid, because somebody's going to pay you for it. Because somebody's going to um, see that passion that you have for this. And when you're passionate about something, that's when you do a good job at it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you're never really going to do it for free, because somebody's going to be willing to pay you for that, because they're going to love your passion for it. You may love painting all damn day, right? You may love painting all damn day. And you're like, shit, I could do this for free. Hours and pass me by and I even notice. But somebody's going to see how beautiful you paint and how passionate you are about that. And they're going to say, you know what? I need to pay you for this. You know I gotta do it for free. You ever did a service to somebody and you may be like, you may have done it for free. And then but you did such a good damn job. And your passion, you allowed your excitement for it, you allowed your passion to shine through. So much so to the point where they said, you know what, I'm gonna pay you for this. No, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something because your service was just too top tier. But it's so top tier because you sincerely love to do it. So find out what that thing is for you and invest in it. So with this new moon, it's all about inviting. It's a simply an invitation to reconnect with our creativity. What makes you feel creative? What is that thing that you are geeking over? What is it? And I bet you there's a community out there that's also geeking over the same thing. And that's going to make you even more excited because now you're connecting with people. You understand? That's what we talk about. So allow yourself to be the star. Figure out what that thing is for you and shine. Reclaim your power, reclaim your creativity because you are creative. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not creative. Yes, you is. You just downplaying the thing that you are creative about. And why are you downplaying it? Well, you could be downplaying it because it comes so natural to you that you're like, this isn't a big damn deal. It is a big damn deal because not everybody is naturally gifted at that thing. Share it. But when you share it, that's when you truly get to see that. Just give yourself a damn chance. Okay? So that's what this new moon in Leo is all about. Tapping into that, reclaiming your power, reclaiming your creativity, reconnecting with you, reconnecting with your self expression. Some people sing for their self expression. Some people rap. Some people do um, paint. It's all about what is a creative way to express. If you love making movies, make a short film, document the process. It's really that simple. We don't have to make it hard, but oftentimes we do. Oftentimes we do. Okay, so that's new moon in Leo. Then we also have Venus moving into the sign of Virgo. Now, Venus is all about the planet of love and beauty. So, with Venus being in the practical sign of Virgo, y'all know Virgo vibes, real practical, very, but they're also grounding. All right, we got to put a little respect on Virgos. Okay, everyone does need a Virgo in their life. And I'm saying this as an Aries. I'm married to a Virgo. So we definitely need a Virgo in our lives. But with this transit here, this is a time to really focus on our self-development and our healing journeys. Okay, y'all, we're really evolving as a collective. And that's what this shit is all about. When we get to talking about human design, astrology, we're really trying to say, like, to evolve as a collective. How are we evolving as a collective? Okay, so during this time, so remember, Venus is all about love and beauty. Okay, it's all about love and beauty. And so this is the time to pay attention to your relationships. In your relationships, you may also feel more practical, right? You may be willing to show more affection in your relationship. Your love language will be more grounding, more practical. Very, very much Virgo. Okay, so in this time, we'll be more drawn to value like reliability, intelligence in our relationships. And we just have to remember that Venus being in Virgo is really just an invitation to see the beauty in our everyday life. Whatever that we normally would overlook in the relationships, acts of service, if someone did something sweet for you, if they filled the dishwasher for your ass because you didn't have time, like those are things that you really want to appreciate. Those are the acts of service that Venus moving in the sign of Virgo is making us just value and appreciate. You get what I'm saying? So don't take those things for granted. And remember, all this shit in astrology all happens for a reason. It's the little things that we overlook that's really like, damn, this person filling up the coffee machine to make sure I have my coffee. You may think of it like that's what you're supposed to. Yeah, I would do it for you. That's not the damn point. The point is they did it and to appreciate it and to show your appreciation by being showing that affection. Be affectionate. Say thank you. Say I really appreciate that. It's really the simple shit, y'all. We really don't have to overthink this, like at all. Then tomorrow, y'all, we also have Mercury in retrograde in Virgo as well. And, you know, people go fucking crazy when it's a damn Mercury in retrograde. And all that means is all Mercury being in retrograde means slow the hell down. Slow down, read the details more than once, reassess things. That's all that it means because Mercury, the planet of Mercury, represents, it rules our communication, right? Our clarity on things. It's the planet of communication, clarity, and logic, right? So it's actually perfect that it's in Virgo because this is what Virgo the fuck is, okay? And so this just means slow down, be mindful, and intentionally observe the details, observe everything around you. Just be mindful. Don't just be wandering, being mindless. That's all Mercury retrograde is about. Slowing the hell down. There's no need to be scared when you slow down and you're paying attention. Okay? So this is also the time to work on your mindset. Pay attention to those negative thought patterns that no longer serve you. Pay attention if you to how you're talking to yourself in your mind. Because I don't think a lot of people pay attention to how they actually talk to themselves in their minds. Like, damn, bitch, you ain't do this right. Damn, girl, that was stupid. You so dumb. No, we're not talking to ourselves like that. And so this is a time to really be mindful of those negative thought patterns and start to change shit up, y'all. This is the perfect time to really be like, you know what, I need to cut that out. And no, it may not be an overnight thing, but once you start to be self aware that you're doing that, you're already ahead of the game. You're already changing shit up. And that's what matters. Okay, so that's all that matters. So keep that in mind because this is also the time where we're going to be refining our communication habits. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what this is all about. How are you communicating? How are you communicating? And that's for you to answer for yourself. How are you communicating with people? Check the habits that you're communicating because you can be communicating a whole different way that you aren't even realizing that you are communicating. So just take that time for that and to really sit the hell down. This is why I said I love that today is Sunday because this is the perfect time to really sit down before you get back into the rush of your week to really decide if this is what it is that you're doing. Take a moment, journal, and really, really be just keep it real with yourself. Y'all, I really don't think y'all understand how much keeping it real with yourself will really allow you to get through the shit. Like I'm someone where I like to do my self improvement like to myself. So like I journal and things like that. That's where I'm really tapping into me and really understanding the things that I need to understand for myself. Because again, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. And really, that's the easier way to do things. Instead of trying to look at the world as a whole, look at yourself. Look at yourself and say, well, how can I move different? How can I communicate different? Am I doing my part? That's important. That's the focus. Okay. And also with Mercury being in retrograde in Virgo, we are also being called to question our existing beliefs around health, right? And our hold on, I can't even talk. And our ideas, speaking of communication, and our ideas around healing and challenges. So, what are some ways that I want you to challenge your way of thinking when it comes to your health and to be open to different ways of taking care of our wellness, right? So maybe you may have been someone who's like, I'm gonna take Tylenol when I have a headache. Maybe now you may be a little open to maybe drinking some herbal teas that can help with headaches, holistic routes. Just finding new ways to take care of your wellness. Maybe you added a new spiritual routine and new spiritual routine and things of that nature, things like that. Y'all, this Mercury retrograde is remember we're all about communication, right? We're all about communication, and we want to think before we speak. That's the most thing when it comes to Mercury. You know what I'm saying? In retrograde, think before you speak. And let me know if this is resonating with you. If you're going to say anything, let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know if you are um, understanding and able to be open to allow this to make you think from a different perspective. Let me know that. If you're gonna share anything, share that with me. Let's have an even exchange here and see what we're getting. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for today as far as new moon and Leo. What we did talk about new moon and Leo, Venus also in the sign of Virgo. Mercury in retrograde in Virgo, and things like that. Let me know how these transits have you feeling. And yeah, fasting, yeah, if that's something you're doing now, fasting, things like that, that's perfect. Fasting actually works for a lot of people. A lot of people. Fasting is actually really good. And yeah, that's a perfect way to be open to different ways of taking care of your wellness. Perfect way. It's just all about doing what works for you, most importantly. Figuring out what works for you and understanding that you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. That's what you got to know. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. What worked for somebody else may not work for you. This is why it's important to really learn your human design if you don't personally know your human design, because your human design will show you you ain't like everybody else. Yeah, you're not like everybody else, and that's a beautiful thing. A lot of times we've been taught like, oh, I want to be like everybody else. I want to fit in. Oh, they're doing this. I want to do that too. And find a creative way to do what you do and allow yourself to be and show up as you. Period. Allow yourself to do something different. Get out your comfort zone. Get out your comfort zone and do something different. How are you doing something different? How are you showing up? How are you allowing things to really open things up for you? How are we doing that? This is a perfect time. All these transits that's happening right now with Virgo and things like that. This is really a time to allow ourselves to become one and understand that it's probably fall season. Yes, it's still summertime. I know everybody's like, oh, it's August, it's still summer. Yeah, it is. It very much so is. Very much so is. But when we just think about the seasons, we also are preparing to go into the colder months. We're also preparing to go into fall, right? So, how are you taking care of yourself? Okay, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So, how are you tapping in? How are you getting ahead of the times, ahead of the game, and making sure that you are upping up on your immune system? How are you taking care of your immune system? It could be something as little as like y'all drink lemon ginger tea every morning. Okay, and that just helps with digestion. I mean, there's so many benefits to ginger. It's just so many different benefits to ginger. Okay. And the thing about astrology too, y'all have to understand, once y'all really look at y'all birth chart, y'all will see that we are all the same. We all have all the zodiac signs within us, right? So you're able, so this message still resonates, even if you're not, what's up, Aquarius? Okay, Aquarius energy. Okay. So Aquarius, you're someone that's very you're the leader, bro. Like you're a leader. You get what I'm saying? And remember, it's not necessary. Remember, so this being in Venus, excuse me, Venus and Mercury being in Virgo, we're really focusing on our health and things like that. So this is something that you can make sense for you. You get what I'm saying? So it's a message for all of us because this is what the planets are stationed right now, right? So this is just the energy of the collective. Energy in the background is what they say, right? So this still resonates, but you will want to find different ways of taking care of your wellness. What is something that you can do different? What is the way that you can show up and say, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna start going to the gym. Just to throw some out there. Maybe I'm gonna start going to the gym. If that's a way that excites you about taking care of yourself, then do it. And again, you don't have to go to the gym every damn day. Like, let's be real. You don't have to go to the gym every day. But it's just about doing things that being open to different ways to do things, period. And start small. I know a lot of times we think we just got to go straight to the top, off rip. Okay, I'm about to get this gym membership. I'm about to go 7 days out the week. I'm about to be doing my thing. And you could be possibly burning yourself the fuck out because you may not feel like going every damn day. Right? So just start small. Maybe do a day. Maybe you don't want to get a gym membership. Maybe you want to work out at home. Get you a little routine off of YouTube. 30 minutes. That's all you really need. 30 minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes a day. So just answer your question because you're Aquarius. So no, this won't affect you, but it's just more so a message of saying be open to different ways that you take care of yourself. Pay attention to your health. How are you taking care of your wellness? Maybe you want to start taking supplements. Maybe you want to do protein shakes. Finding different ways. This is just a general message that anyone could take and be like, you know what? Okay, let me make sure I'm being consistent. So if these are for example, just use myself for example. I take this for me because I'm someone that is up on my wellness as much as I can. Like I said, I drink ginger lemon tea every morning. I stretch my body. I meditate, journal. Um, this is just reminds me of making sure that I'm staying consistent in that. How am I staying consistent? How am I staying consistent in the way that I choose to take care of my wellness? Making sure that I stretch. And yes, there's some mornings with me being a mother, there's some mornings that I may not be able to do my full out routine, but I'm going to do something because it's a way of showing up for myself. So that's all it means. It's just a general message. That's all it means. Okay? That's all it means. That's all it means. Nothing to remember, y'all. We don't even have to overthink this. We don't have to overthink it at all. More like a seafood diet or not. Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Amazing. Just the fact that you're open to that, that's amazing. Just the fact that you are open to that. Just the fact that you're open to that. Period. You know how hard it is to get people to be open to certain shit nowadays? Like just be open to it. Like you may not like it, but try it. Exactly. Being proactive. That's the best way to be up on things is to be proactive. And you don't have to overthink it. You ain't, like I said, you ain't got to go straight to 100. Build your way up there. Build your way up to that. Build your way up to that. It's actually perfect. I haven't tried sea moss. I'm not against it either. I just have to find like some good sea moss. But yeah, perfect. Okay, so I am going to end live with, I do want to pull a card from a new deck that I just got. And it's called the Wandering Heart deck. Yeah, I love this deck. It's my first deck, and it's nothing crazy, nothing like, you know, how some people is like, oh my god, it's not like that. It's just nice messages to just take, and if it don't apply, let it fly. Like that's what you really just gotta learn with life. Like if it don't apply, let it fly. It's nothing. You don't have to overthink shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times we overthink a lot of stuff. We overthink a lot of stuff. And we don't want to have fun. This is Leo season. Leo season is all about having fun, tapping into your creativity, and doing the things that really makes you feel good. That's what this is all about. What makes you feel good? This is why I say tap into your creativity. What makes you feel good? What makes you excited? Yeah, my ring light keep dying. That means it's time for me to go. But let's go ahead and pull a card real quick just to see what the vibe is. What do we need to know for this Leo moon? Okay, okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this card. So the card that ends up popping out is the redemption card, right? So here, it's the redemption card. Y'all, I love these. I love the art on these cards. Oh my gosh. I love the art on these cards. But redemption card. Now, what is this card saying to us? So this redemption card is basically saying you've came a long way. You've came a long way. Right? So it's about opportunity and independence. And it senses up on it came upward, right? So this is really a positive thing. This is a really positive thing. And really, like I love to say what I'm learning with cards too, there's no really good or bad. You determine that. You determine if it's good or bad. You determine what that is for you, right? And this is all comes down to thinking for yourself. So with upward, it's about the old games don't excite you anymore. Regret isn't your main concern lately. You grow out of the what ifs because you have no other choice but to move on and be better than before. Okay. So you shield yourself for your own sanity. You understand why you need isolation. You're ready to step into the shoes of the highest version of you. Perfect. That was a perfect card. You're ready to step into the shoes of the highest version of you. Let that resonate a little bit. That's what this whole live was about. Talking about new moon and Leo, stepping into who you truly are, allowing yourself to be the star that you know you are. We ain't downplaying it. We're not playing no more. We're not downplaying it. And that's what this card is saying. You're ready to step into the highest version of you. You know why you need an isolation because what you're cooking up, oh, yeah, yeah, top floor energy, absolutely. And that's what this whole life is about. And it's so accurate to pull this card and for this card to mean that of step into the highest version of you. This is why we get up on our health and being open to new ways to showing up with our creativity. And remember, your creativity is your self-expression. Your creativity is your currency. So allow yourself without any judgment to be who you are. Allow yourself to really be who it is you're called to be. We're no longer downplaying it. Where we're moving into, where we're moving and evolving, it's time. It's time. It's time to pivot. If it no longer excites you, it's time to allow yourself to say, you know what? It's time for me to be a star. It's time for me to express myself authentically. What makes me feel good? What makes me excited? And if you don't know, allow yourself to be still in order to allow that clarity to come to you. Okay? So I'm about to go ahead and get off. My child calling for me. But I hope this message resonates with y'all and leave some stuff in the comments. Connect with me on Instagram as well at Bougie Astro Babes, the same as YouTube. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all in the next live.